hasn't contributed with a spike yet, Adam Jafar, but Adam Jafar, slightly less lithe figure, a bit chunkier than, rather than pace, and the always going towards the left. And then towards the end, there we were for match 7 o'clock yesterday evening. Shouldn't be having any trouble with jet lag, but one man they are having trouble with is Afif Safié, who has absolutely, completely and utterly dominated the net to the tune of 13 spikes out of 13. There's one of them. Excellent attempt and had a tendency to skew it wide with his left-footed services. Now we're going to have a right-footed player from the Taekong circle, which will give the Koreans something to think about. And already the Taekong Jung-Sik Kim is thinking about how he can go about his opposite number, and it's put him off, and the first point goes into the net. Second service much better. Mohammed Azrin Shairuddin coming in cold, can't keep that one up. 1 point all. The save, the set, the spike goes just long. Hands raised there by Min Ju An, the coach at the back, the Korean coach, helping out the line judges and pointing out that that one, ooh, it must have just clipped the line, despite the exhortations of the Korean coach. So 2-1, and now we'll see how Azrin Shairuddin fares from the Taekong circle. Plenty of experience, 25 years old, played at SEA Games, King's Cup, Asian Games. Haven't seen him in an ISTAF squad up until now though. But Pazli Otsman has changed from a lefty to a righty, so that will help to confuse, and that certainly helps to confuse the defence. Changing from a lefty to a righty never helps you. And there, a little monkey drop, didn't put any spin on it, but just dropped it over the net like a monkey dropping, like a banana dropping in front of an astounded monkey. On that one, it's all about the placement. He's certainly not Ratadek Noi Jarwen, whom we saw firing them down at 74 kilometers per hour for Thailand. That one curled in between two of the defenders, Jung-Sik Kim and Wan Hyung-jo. That's more like it in terms of pace, but it was returned with interest straight away from Eddie Noor Shafik. And after sharing the first 2 points, it's all changed. Singapore 5 in a row. Save, set, and he's not going to be able to spike from off camera. Is young Afif Safié climbing up the advertising boards just out of the view of our camera, whilst we see Adam Jafar jumping up and down at the bottom of the screen, eager to replace Afif Safié. The save, the set, Afif Safié this time around has to cover a lot of ground, but he does it wonderfully. Goes into mid-court, but by the centre of the net, and flicks it over via the tape after Azrin Shairuddin had done the feeder's job and set it up. And there we go, left the Korean defence flat-footed. 7-2, a third of the way towards this second and maybe deciding set. Little service, but the Koreans can't make the most of it. Save and set from Eddie Noor, and there he is once again with his 14th spike. Mohammed Afif bin Safié. 14 spikes out of 15 attempts, and one of those attempts, the one attempt he missed, he was climbing up the advertising boards. Little drop service, and it's amazing, the Koreans really struggling with these little dink services. They remind me a little bit of Tony Ontams, the American captain who, but Singapore almost 3/4 of the way there. The first set in the bag to the tune of 21-10. The second set 9-2 already. Point Singapore, make that 10-2 with these little dinked services. Certainly a weapon. I'm not sure they'll catch out the likes of Malaysia, who Singapore are going to have to play later on in this group. Japan and Korea look like there's two derbies in the one group. You have the Japan-Korea derby, and then you have the Singapore-Malaysia one. And it looks like Singapore-Malaysia is going to be for top spot, Japan-Korea is going to be for third. But there we have it. Wan Hyung-jo gets his third spike there. And unfortunately puts him 12 behind Afif Safié. There was a bullet from Jung Sik Kim. Fired that one down there. 14 out of 19. One ace and a fair few service winners, but not as many service winners as this man here with his dink little services. That one's curled into the corner and was in. It was judged fair by the line judge. If you saw him to the right of your screen, extended a palm, flat, hands down, that was in. And as we watch it again, yep, that was absolutely perfect. The Koreans all raised their arms to say that was out and then put them back down because that one was in. Oh, the little monkey drop. And the Koreans are there, absolutely flat-footed. Like a monkey who's just seen his banana drop out of the tree and doesn't know what to do. No answer to the monkey drop. That one was almost 3 service winners in a row, but it went a little bit too far. Hands the point to the Koreans, but Singapore substitution. Afif Safié comes off after 15 spikes, an incredible day so far. And now we'll see what Mohammed Adam Jafar can do. Let's see what he has to offer as a backup to Afif Safié. That was a slice service there from Jung Sik Kim, but it sliced underneath the net, and even if it does go over the line by some miracle of geometry, then it doesn't count. The ball has to travel over the net. That one goes over the net, but over the baseline. 2 in a row, a double fault, unfortunately, from Jung Sik Kim. He'll be anxious to avoid the triple fault. Clever substitution there from Pazli Otman, just when Jung Sik Kim was getting ready to serve, so to throw the Taekong off his rhythm. Single fault, double fault, no, but kept alive by Eddie Noor. There we saw the first attempt at a spike from Adam Jafar. Slightly less lithe figure, a bit chunkier than Afif Safié. And the ball goes long. What kind of a monkey drop are we going to see from the Taekong? They were alive to the danger this time around. And Korea getting the spikes in now, but that was a good block from Adam. Another good block, keeps it alive, but Eddie Noor Shafiq can't get the ball off the ground there. A couple of good blocks from Adam Jafar. Hasn't contributed with a spike yet, Adam Jafar, but looking decent on defense. As Singapore look to wrap up this match, and they get a point nearer, courtesy of a tape service. Azreen Shairuddin clipping it off the tape, putting a bit more pace on it as well. You have to put pace on it when it's a tape service, otherwise it'll never climb over the net. It's risky business, but it paid off. That one straight down the middle, set up, and the spike goes long. Again, it's Adam Jafar coming to block at the net, doing a good job, putting off his opposite number, Wan Hyung-jo, who certainly hasn't had the best of times Only 4 spikes from the entire team kept alive. And Adam, 1, 2, 3, the save, the set, and his first spike of the match. Mohammed Adam Jafar, and he certainly enjoyed that. Save, set, spike, and there was nothing that Wan Hyung-jo could do to block.
7-18.
Tape service, nothing there in turn that Azreen Shairuddin could do to keep that alive. Very difficult to defend a tape service. Changes trajectory as it hits the tape.
8-18.
That one hits the tape, but comes back. Tape service is perfect, a net service, not so good. Singapore 2 points away from their second victory of the day. That will all but guarantee them a spot in the semi-finals. Azreen Shairuddin trying to clip the line with that one. He's got 2 more attempts to set it up and put it away, put this match to bed.
19-9.
And there's an excellent service right at his opposite number, Jung-Sik Kim. And that does indeed set up 11 match points.
29.
Match point, 11 of them. Can Korea live to fight another day? They can. The attempted block was from Adam Jafar, but the spike, his 4th so far, goes to Wan Hyung-jo. But now the pressure is on Jung-Sik Kim. 3 services, 10 match points. Don't end on a fault. Adam heads it up, keeps it alive, and puts it away. Nice for the youngster who came on as a substitute to put that away. 2 substitutes, in fact, there, featuring for Singapore. Padzli Otsman in the background. Thumbs up, slapping the players, high-fiving. As we watch the final point again, Adam with the right-footed sunback spike. Nothing that Wan Hyung-jo can do to block there. And so Korea get their second win of the day. The first one was a nail-biter over Japan, coming from behind in the first set. Here, a very inexperienced Korean team. Well, they really went up to it today. 21-10, 21-10. A shame that they hadn't got some of the big guns like Park Hyung-gun, Im An-soo. And what they needed was a presence at the net. A big man like Im An-soo or a great defender like Kim Young-man would have known what to do against that man there, Afif Safye. But there was very, very little that they managed to do against him. Afif Safye there, pointing straight down the middle, saying, yep, there's another one from me. 2 takongs used from Singapore. Farhan Amran served at an 81% clip. Replaced later on by Azreen Shairuddin, who served at a 92% clip with his little monkey drops. But it was all about Afif Safye, 15 out of 17 spikes. An absolute live wire at the net all day. Both matches. There we're seeing Shairuddin, the replacement tekong, who gave them something different to look at. A righty rather than a lefty. Lack of depth, variation rather than pace, and the always going towards the left. And then towards the end, there we were for match point with young Adam Jafar coming on to seal it for the Singaporean.